Hey everybody, it's John, Old Man Outdoors, and welcome to the video. Today we're going to talk about batteries, specifically the Redodo LiFePO4 battery. This is a 12 volt 50 amp battery that I specifically bought to power a 30-pound trolling motor on a little plastic bass raider that I use. Let's talk about this battery a little bit and why I chose Redodo. I know it's a funny sounding name, but I think after you listen for the next 2 or 3 minutes, you'll see why I chose this particular battery. This came off Amazon, and it looks like on Amazon there's about 3 different price tiers. You've got your sub $200 price tier, then you've got the other one from $200 to about $500, and then $500 and above. Now, specifically talking about here, the 50 amp hour 12 volt battery. If you want a higher amp, obviously you'll need to look at some more price ranges involved in there. Well, into the sub $200 range, which this one was barely, it was $199.99. So it just came in under there. The prices with the sub $200 range ran from anywhere from about $149 with the typical Amazon coupon that you can get all the way up to $199. None of those in that price range had any Bluetooth or anything fancy. They were just a battery. The reason I chose the Redodo was really for 3 specific reasons. One is the reviews were really good about the battery. Now, I know you can talk about the pluses and minuses of Amazon, but this one seemed pretty legitimate from the reviews that it had. So, good reviews. The second one was, if I looked through the batteries, and I did quite a bit of research on YouTube and on the web itself and looking through the different specs on these batteries, the thing that really drew my attention to the Redodo battery is the fact that it comes with a 10-year warranty. Now, I don't know if it's prorated. It wasn't clear on that, but it did say specifically a 10-year warranty on this particular battery. Now, some of that sub $200 price range batteries, they had anywhere from no warranty. Occasionally, I'd run across one with a 12-month warranty, and there was one other that had a 5-year warranty. I saw none other. Now, it could have been that I overlooked it, but I saw no other battery in the sub $200 price range for a 50 amp battery that had a 10-year warranty. I also said there was 3 things, and the third thing was everybody seemed to talk about the excellent customer service, and I got to experience a little bit of that, not because anything was wrong, but from the time I bought the battery to the time the battery arrived, there was emails, follow-up, check-up, making sure everything arrived as it should have. The packing did come very well packed. It was in this box. Now, this battery weighs about 10 pounds is all it weighs. It's packed in some heavy-duty styrofoam, and it arrived in perfect shape. The box is a very substantial box along the way. The battery, as I said, weighs 10 pounds, and it is the 50 amp version. When you get the battery, you're also going to be getting some information about the battery that I found fairly useful. It comes in a little plastic zippered bag. It's packed in there, and you have 2 things that are specifically, you have one is a quick start guide. It's in 100% English. You don't have to turn pages to find it. This is all in English. And then you have the product manual. Oh, again, it's all in English. It's not 40 pages with 10 pages of English. It's front to back English. Now, there is, I think it was French or maybe Spanish included in that, but it was another book altogether. In here are the different specs about the battery. It also shows in here about how to hook up the battery both in series, both in parallel. I found one of the most useful charts in here. Here's some more pictures, color drawn pictures about parallel, a series, how to hook them up, what to watch for. And there's also just extremely useful information. This is my first battery that has not a lead acid battery or a sealed lead acid. So it was a good review for me to go through here. It's easy to read, took about 10 minutes to go through it. One of the most useful things that you'll find in this book, if I can find it real quickly here, is this is your charging capacity. And it's going to tell you what voltage is and what part capacity that you have. Now, I came from the lead acid battery side where normally it was pretty simple. If you had a 30 amp trolling motor, you divide your 30 amps into a 100 amp battery, and that gives you about 3.5 hours of trolling time at full speed. The way the LiFePO battery works is, even though it's 50 amp, because the cutoff is more of a straight line and a drop off, you get to utilize pretty much all of your 50 amps, where the lead acid battery, you just get to go and finally it just goes out slowly over the time and can leave you stranded. This one will also leave you stranded if you don't watch it, but what's going to happen with this one, it's going to go and go and go and go and go, and then it's just going to stop. If you have battery powered power tools, you know what I'm talking about. You're drilling 5 holes, you go to drill the 6th hole and nothing happens. So you do want to keep an eye on your battery charge, but it's real easy. All you need is a voltmeter on there. So Redodo, I am convinced that this battery, I've used it a little bit, extremely happy with the Redodo battery, and I have a link down below. I don't know if it works with Amazon and Redodo website. I'll leave the link to both of them down there. You save a few dollars on it, but I think the difference at what you're going to save is probably going to put you down where the batteries are that do not have a warranty or do not have the same length as this battery here. Once again, Redodo battery, link down below. Thank you for watching. If you found it helpful, you might want to think about subscribing or giving a thumbs up on it, trying to build the little old channel up. But this is John, Old Man Outdoors, and we'll catch you out in God's great outdoors.